All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's Angie Nuttle with the VIP Center for Businesswomen here in Indianapolis. And I have with me a very special guest today, Victoria Odekomaya. Hey, Victoria.
Hi, Angie. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing great. It's the Memorial Day weekend, and I'm looking forward to a nice break. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness, I have a big shoot today. So afterwards, I just want to relax and maybe do some Indy 500 type activity
Yeah.
this weekend.
That's right. So for those of our followers that are not in the state of Indiana, there is madness going on right now because of the Indianapolis 500. And
Right.
every year it's very exciting. The parade goes on and the race is happening. And so there's just a lot of hype and a lot of energy around here. And so we're feeling that, right?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
All right. Well, I'm so glad that you're on Coffee Talk. And first of all, Victoria, I want to say thank you for being a VIP sponsor. Because of partners like you, we're able to do some of the things that we do for our VIP women, and you are a part of that. So thank you very much for being a sponsor for us.
Well, thank you, really, because you are helping me to be a part of what you're doing. And for me,
Yeah.
that's so, I mean, this, yeah, I appreciate that so much. Like I couldn't say enough about the amazing work that you're doing at the VIP Center. And I find myself privileged and honored to be a part of that. So thank you for giving us that opportunity and me that opportunity too. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm thinking about our story and how we got connected maybe 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is someone actually introduced us, and we started off with a Zoom call just like we are now, which that turned into this beautiful relationship.
Right.
You were a speaker at VIP Week Women's Conference a few weeks ago and knocked it out of the park
Thank
talking
you.
to our ladies. As a matter of fact, we did a survey after the event and we asked, who was your favorite speaker? And we saw your name come up a few times on that. They absolutely loved the fact that you were talking about branding. And I know you're going to tell us all about you, but I just have to let everybody know that this is a great example of how being connected with the VIP community can just lead to bigger and greater things.
Absolutely. I can speak to that firsthand. Like there's been so many things that I have been a benefit, like have benefited me so much. And I can now continue, start to count them. Actually, so when we met, and then, we did the gala and you blessed us, with you were the keynote speaker at the gala. And that was like, oh my God, a dream come true for me because I wanted to be able to not only do what we're doing, but also have the Christ-centered, the faith part of it. And you really brought it on. And your story was just incredible, the way you just weaved into everything that we were doing. So thank you. And also being a part of the VIP, which VIP week, because the last year I was on the hot seat when I was planning for the gala, and the feedback that I got from the hot seat really helped me prepare for the gala. And then this year coming back as a speaker, I mean, for me, it was just like, oh God, thank God. So a lot of great, just greatness and great benefits for me personally, so just being able to give back as well in any way, form or shape is for me just an honor.
Yeah. Well, you do excellent work, and I can't wait to have you open it up and share about what you're doing. So, why don't you, now that you've gotten a warm up, why don't you tell us who you are and tell us your background?
Yeah, so my name is Victoria Odekomaya, and if you're wondering where the last name is from, I'm originally from Nigeria. I moved here about 20-something years ago for college. So I have my family here now. We're based here in Indiana, and I am a photographer. I'm a brand photographer and strategist. It is my passion to help women business owners and professionals with side hustle just be seen, known and heard with my celebrity photo shoot experience. I truly believe that as women, we're such givers, right? We're always giving and looking to give. Even on Mother's Day, I know there are women that are constantly thinking about how they can even still give when it's supposed to be about moms, right? So my experience, usually I try to give women just that celebrity experience, that spa experience with their photo shoot, but then also take it beyond that, so create images that they could use to propel their businesses too.
Yes.
Because when we're in business, we're trying to share what God has deposited in the inside of us with others, and people need to know and hear about that. So it's the experience where you get pampered, but also the strategy to be seen and be known and be heard, so that we can share what our talents and our skills with the world.
Yeah. You know what I love about what you do, Victoria, is you really have a full understanding of the scripture and what it means that we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And I imagine that when you come into contact with women, a lot of times they're not so sure about that. And they may even be insecure about that. But the way that you handle them and the way that you photograph them, it really does bring out the best in what God intended. And so you do that extremely well. So how did you even get into this?
So I've been a photographer for over 10 years. I remember right when I had my first child was when I picked up the camera. But prior to that, I actually went back to school for filmmaking. So yeah, but I just kind of was like, I have a camera, let's do something different. I started taking pictures. But I studied under a fashion photographer, a world-renowned fashion photographer, and I realized that part of the things that they do to get ready for like an advertising shoot, for instance, they include the hair, the makeup, and the wardrobe, and there's so much elaboration about that. And there's a vision to what they're trying to create. But then as a mom, as I became a mom, and when I decided to start doing this as a business, I wanted to do something that was meaningful. I knew I love the advertising space. I love anything that has to do with like just sharing what your talents with the world. But I also then thought, well, it was really actually during the pandemic where, not a lot of us, we were moms, we were teachers, we were everything, and then having a business too, and a lot of things, we were wearing so many more hats than we normally did. And so I wanted to give that experience to the everyday women.
Right.
So it's not just for the celebrities, which it's very common to, when, the celebrities are on their photo shoot, they have all this elaborate people in there to make it elaborate rather. So I wanted to give that experience to the everyday people, but then also create meaningful things, images from the shoots for their brands. So when you said that, when we are beautifully and wonderfully made, one of the things that I really enjoy about the shoot is that, because a lot of people are like, you make me look beautiful. I'm like, no, you are already beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from what I do, but literally I click the camera button. That's sometimes what I feel like I'm doing. Already inside of you, so all bringing the hair person and the makeup person and helping to bring all of that out. It's just I mean, for me, overwhelmingly phenomenal in a great way. When I take that first image and the woman looks at it and like, wow, this is me. Yes, that's all you. And, we're so busy and so many things are going on that we don't get to see that often.
Right. Yeah. And I just love that you make it available for all women. It's like the recognition that women are daughters of the king, and they so deserve to be treated as the daughter that they are, versus a slave or a servant to the world, right?
Yes,
So,
absolutely. Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like because it's so stressful out there, right? And there's a lot of negativity going on, and we just need to be reminded the child of whom we are, the daughter of the king, So I go all out to make everyone that I photograph feel just, like like royalty, like a queen.
Right.
Yeah, so I love that.
Well, I'm going to ask you to share a story about yourself as a woman in business, but just a woman in general, what is a story that really articulates who you are and what you've been through over the course of your life?
So I'm a first child. I'm a woman. I'm a first generation college, college graduates. I am also the first one in my family to come to America. And when you're from Nigeria, coming to America is a big deal. I think that's for most people too. So there's a lot of weight on my shoulder of being the first of many things.
Yes.
And so, I carry that on in everything that I do. And there are times where, that can be overwhelming, but I always try to remind myself that I'm the daughter of a king. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, but then also knowing when to take a break and relax and just know when to just take care of myself as much as I can, So one of the things that I try to, and I'm putting more in perspective now, really is just, trying to have a balance too, because we, as women, we always want to do it all. But there's some, titles that we have, identities that we have that add a little bit more pressure, like in my case, where with everything else that I said earlier about who I am, so I'm trying to balance it all and knowing that I can do so much, but then also know what my limit is and take care of myself as well.
Right. Yeah. That is so critical. And it really requires just a transformation in the way that you're thinking about yourself and the way that you're thinking about the world. And, what would you say is important about your mission? Because I hear you saying this, oh, this is something I've got to take care of myself. How does that translate into your mission, and what is most important to you about your mission?
So I think that when I take care of myself, then I'm able to do more. Yeah. My cup is full, So one of the things that I try to do with, the campaign and the gala is give back. I have such a heart of giving back and helping to fill a need,
Yes.
But I know that if I'm not in a good place, mentally, physically, or emotionally, I cannot do that, even for my family. Really. Right. So my mission really is to always give back whenever I can, either small or in big capacity, even really the whole photo shoot too. It's really giving back to, just helping women to, get that relaxation, but also giving back to them, knowing that they can feel beautiful and confident, right? And, one of the other big thing that we do with the gala is also raising money for nonprofit organization. When we feel well, when we feel when we are in a good space as women, then the world is a better place. I strongly believe that, because we're kind of like the core foundation of the, of the community, of the world, basically, we hold a lot of things together. So yes.
Yeah. I loved the gala last year. It was towards the end of last year. And while I was waiting to do the keynote, I think I was sitting with some of your family members. And they were just such wonderful people. I mean, just such loving and wonderful people. And, I just so appreciated that. I really had appreciation for you and from, for where you came from. So just a beautiful experience. So that brings me to another question. If you think about your business, who are you targeting in your business, and what do you actually offer to women?
So I would say my target audience are women kind of like me. So I still do have a full-time job, and I'm trying to navigate this business world too. So my core audience are professional women that are trying to transition into owning their own business and being able to do more with what they've been giving. And so I remember when I started, I thought I knew, I got this, I can do this, but there's so much that I didn't know, especially when it relates to running a business to start with, and then branding and marketing, because usually we have this idea, we're like super excited about it. We've gotten confirmation about it from a few people that, yes, this is good. And then you're like, I'm going to start a business. And then you're like, wait, how do I product myself? Or like, how do I get more people to come, So I am very passionate about helping, business owners walk through that part, especially in the branding and marketing phase, right?
Yeah.
It's a thing that needs to be done strategically, because it's not enough to have the passion or the talents to want to help. You have to know how to attract those right fit clients for you, how to put your brand out there, so that way you can actually be able to serve the people that you've been called to serve. So yes, just that women that are, transitioning, or they're thinking about it, or have a side hustle and wanting to like go full time, or, do bigger, those are my target audience.
Yeah. So I know one of the things that you do is you actually do a whole photo shoot package with the whole works. I got to do that too. And as a matter of fact, some of the pictures that you took are on our VIP website. So I got to try that out for myself. And so that's an opportunity for other women. And what I hear you saying is that if you are a woman and you are one of your target audiences, those women who want to start a business, but you also need the branding piece, and that requires professional pictures for your website, for example. That's a great place to start. And it's also, you can also use that as part of your marketing to get your name out there and for people to recognize you.
Absolutely.
So that's, yeah.
Yes.
But then you also do headshots for all kinds of corporate women who are working for other people.
Yes, I do. I do headshots for groups and individuals as well, because some people, they just need that headshot, and that honestly, that's really also part of branding. It's not just business, focus as a business owner. So a professional woman or man, need a good headshot so that they can present themselves to the world to be shown as reputable and trustworthy. So I do that too, for individuals and also for groups. I also do serve, business owners in general, but I just love those, people with like the one, like you said, one of my target audiences, the women that are professionals and then also still looking to do a side also. And one of the things that I really love about how I do it is that it's not just the experience, the photo shoot experience. It's not just the photos. That's just really the part of it. But I also help with some marketing too. So one of example of that is the magazine, right? So the idea behind the magazine is to share their stories, because there's so much inside of us, and part of your brand is who you are. So sharing your story and how you arrived there, and how that weaves into what you're doing, helps people connect with you better. So that's kind of like where the idea of the magazine came in. It's really a marketing piece. Also the gala too, right? We're raising funds to support a nonprofit organization, but it's also a great opportunity to come network. But then also one thing we're trying to do differently this year, we sort of did that last year, was like help put a spotlight on these ladies too, so that people can see them and say, oh, I would love to meet this person. This is what she does, So the photos that lined the red carpet, it was intentional to help people to introduce these ladies to the people as they're walking through, and get to know them, and hopefully want to meet them and, get to know them better.
Yeah. So love that. I mean, well thought out, well put together. I've just seen how well you do with your own marketing, and the photos rock. Those definitely rock. So you have a gift for bringing out the best in people.
Thank you.
So I can't imagine you going much longer having to work full time for somebody else. You are onto something. I know that you're growing your business very rapidly, and we're just happy that we're here to be a support to you and just be partners with you in that effort. So Victoria, how can people get in touch with you to learn more about what you do and what you offer?
So the best way to reach me is via my website, victoriaodekomaya.com. I'm sure you're going to put that, somewhere so people can know how to spell my name. It's a little tough, but it's Odekomaya. So yeah, that's the best way to reach me. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. But my website kind of connects to everything else too. Victoria Odekomaya on Facebook, and Lim Studios on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn too, really. I'm on all the social media platforms, but the best way is probably do it through the website because it has a form where you can fill out and then we can, schedule a meeting right there and we can start the conversation.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. So Victoria Odekomaya I was trying to make sure that we got it on the line. So we do. So people can go right to your website, see some of the gorgeous pictures that you have up there. I mean, they're just stunning pictures. And then they can just contact you by clicking the button and scheduling a time to talk with you then.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, Victoria, thank you so much for being with me today. Love you, love what you do. I'm so thankful that we're partners in this community, and I wish you the best.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really strongly encourage any woman out there in business that's faith-based that is looking for resources to check out VIP Center. I have benefited a lot from it. You've really helped me grow my business, my confidence. One of the things that I think I said this at the VIP was like, one of the first opportunities that I had for speaking was through the VIP Center, and that really blessed me. It helped me hone my skills and help me to be more confident. So, and I know you have like several opportunities every week for training and developing. So, I mean, so much great resources there. So I just strongly encourage anyone out there that is thinking about it or wanting to learn more to just check it out, because there's so much that you offer. And I appreciate you. I'm learning a lot from you because I know you're so talented. You have so much experience. And so thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and helping us women too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Victoria. All right, everybody. Listen, we hope you have a great rest of the day and weekend. Be safe out there and be blessed.
And have a great weekend. Yes.
That's right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.